It is so hot. Guys, it is 40 degrees. This city has not been this hot in a very long time. I'm wearing linen. Everything's wet. Not in a good way. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Trauma.HQ. My name's Olivia and this is where we sit by the pond and we have a little chat. What do all of these women have in common? If you said they're all corn stars, that's half a point. If you said they're all dead, point to you. If you were on X this weekend, you would have seen that there was a story about a corn star called Sophia Leone, who was tragically taken at the age of 26. Now, when the story first came out, it was just about the fact that she had passed away. And like a lot of us, we were under the assumption that she was yet another one that has been claimed by the industry. Although, strangely, a few days after the story was released, they started saying that it was actually a home invasion, although they are still speculating as to how she died. Media reports are not the best, but it didn't stop me from looking at how often these younger girls are claiming their lives because of their choices. And honestly, when you start going down the rabbit hole to see how many women have taken their lives or overdosed as a result of their actions going into the industry, it is truly remarkable how many there are. This is not the first time that I'm talking about this particular topic, and I don't believe this is going to be the last either. I think we've got a long way to go before women finally wake up and realize that this kind of career is not a good one. When I'm getting ready, as I always do, I'm listening to YouTube in the background, and of course, Brett Cooper comes on with the comment section. So Brett Cooper actually referenced Riley Reid and her interview that she had done. I really want you to pay attention to this one particular thing that Riley Reid says about her mother. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the episodes of Trauma.HQ, do a little favor for me and hit that like button for this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss another episode. All right, back to the rest of it. Okay.
With me personally, my mom was supportive in the beginning. She kind of just let me do whatever. Not that I think it was a good thing. I had a lot of freedom. As time progressed and I became successful, I started to feel like my mom was using me so that she could live a more luxurious lifestyle. When I started to set like these boundaries, not giving her money or things like that, it made our relationship a bit more difficult and almost toxic. I really felt like she was just trying to take full advantage of me. I don't talk to my mom now anymore. I've tried to reach out to her. She just isn't willing to understand where I'm coming from. I think that she's too prideful and doesn't want to admit that she was wrong and doesn't want to admit that how she treated me and what she asked of me was really inappropriate from a mother. And so it sucks. I don't have a mom anymore.
I just want to point something out. The very fact that once she started putting boundaries in place with her mum in regards to money, that really does sound like the reason why she got into porn was because of her mother in the first place. And potentially the fact that there was a very negative dynamic between her mum and her dad anyway, because they did separate whenever she was younger. I've said this before and I will say this again, and I will say this over and over again and die on this hill. Narcissistic parents do not care about their children. They never have and they never will. The only thing they care about is what you do for them. You are either a toy or a tool. That is it. It's something that doesn't seem to resonate very well with an awful lot of people, more specifically people who are lucky enough to have never had narcissistic parents. But when I heard this, it made sense as to why she got into the porn industry. People think that a lot of people that get into the porn industry, it's to do with daddy issues. No, it's parent issues. It's dysfunctional issues. It's either a mother or a father or both that is going to contribute to you having such a negative view of yourself that you believe that porn or sex work is the only option for your life. If there is no value to you, you don't hold yourself to a certain value. And unfortunately, this is what is happening to so many women within the industry. There's either overdosing or unaliving. So it is very concerning why women choose to get into the porn industry. And it usually is because of bad parenting. It's not just daddy issues, it's not just mummy issues, it is all bad parenting. There's going to be a few people within the industry that will turn around and say, oh, I have a great relationship with both of my parents. I did not know that my mom was a toxic narcissist until I was 33. There are so many people that will live so much further on, completely unaware that their parents were bad. Parents can turn around and say, we tried our best. as often as they want.
You leave your 5-year-old home alone so you can go smoke weed.
Hey, you don't bite.
Why can't I get a G-Wagon?
Candy! I want candy! I want candy!
If your best is not even trying, then no, you haven't tried at all. Because all you have to do is look at what position your children are in at any age, and you can see how much damage those parents are causing. Anyway, I have digressed. With these women, some people will think that the overdoses are just an unfortunate thing that has happened. There is no such thing as a mentally healthy person who does drugs. There's no such thing as a healthy person that's addicted to porn. There's no such thing as a healthy person that does bodybuilding. There's no such thing as a person who has a healthy relationship with the world if you are wanting to harm children in any way, shape, or form. I'm also talking about the fact that there are mothers out there wanting to trans their kids. There are so many of these red pill podcasts that choose to bring in all of these types of women who are in this industry or who have stupid standards and believe that they are entitled to absolutely everything of the 1% men, promoting this kind of behavior. I hate to tell you this. There is no situation on earth where exposing yourself to this level is good. I am very much a reformed person. I have got a past. I know what degrading yourself actually involves because you have no worth. These type of women did not have any worth, and they felt that they could find worth by making money off what everyone has exposed them for, by making money off of men who are choosing to degrade them. Men who watch porn and OnlyFans, they just want to degrade women to the lowest form. It's those type of men that are the reason why the feminist movement happened in the first place. If men had stuck to their values, the feminist movement would never have existed. But this is what happens when men are weak. Women can trample all over you, take your money, and leave. Women can come into your lives like a fucking whirlwind and destroy it. But it's not just the men that they're destroying themselves. And the worst thing is, women in this industry say it's a brilliant form of income, it's here, it's so empowering. There's nothing empowering about it. And the evidence is right there when you have so many women who are willing to end everything or OD just because you've been telling them this is a great career. It's with this, I'm going to point in the direction of an old Greek play called Lysistrata. Lysistrata is a story about two countries going to war. A war that the women did not agree with. So the women from both countries decided to stop the war. And how did they stop it? They stopped it by taking sex away. All the women banded together and said, we don't want you to go to war, and unless you listen to us, you won't have any sex ever again. And it worked. Now, let's take today's situation. What if men were to give up porn? What if men were to take their power back by not letting women dominate them? You'd have a lot more money. You'd get your testosterone back. Why do you think the old practice was in fighting that they weren't allowed to have sex about a week before a fight? The higher your testosterone is in the ring, the more likely you're going to be successful in the fight. It seems as though there are too many more pitfalls for being in porn or for watching porn as there is good reasons to have it. If money is the abundance for all that you want, okay, fine. If that's how shallow you are, if that's how little you think of yourself, absolutely, that's fine, go for it. But if you think that your choices are going to get you sympathy for what ends up happening to you down the track, I am sorry for the girls that have now ended their lives because of their choices. But at the end of the day, that was their choice. Mental illness is very serious. In a lot of cases, it's just as bad as cancer. But here's a controversial take. I believe that cancer is man-made. Oh, ouch, Charlie, that one hurt. But so is depression. Depression is also man-made. And it's not the individual's fault that they end up becoming a victim of circumstances, whether it be cancer or depression. However, if there are methods that you can use to prevent things from happening to you, why wouldn't you do that? If you know that certain foods are going to give you diabetes, make you fat, give you cancer, why would you eat those foods? The same way that if you know porn is actually going to have a very negative side effect to your life, why would you choose to do it? I am sorry for the girls that couldn't see past their choices and get themselves out. And I do believe that you can get yourself out. I definitely do. It seems as though the ones that do actually make a career are already dead inside anyway. And if you're dead inside, what difference does it make if you're dead on the outside? I do hope that the families are okay and dealing with all of the heartache that has come from their choices. In saying that though, I think a lot of reflection has to be done for these OnlyFans girls. And as for the men that consume their content, you need the most amount of help. How about you put down the phone and the laptop and crack a book? Wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode of Trauma.HQ. If you have enjoyed this episode, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, say whatever you want. It's not going to affect me, I'm already traumatized. All right guys, I will see you next time for another episode of Trauma.HQ. Mwah.